Yo, I want to welcome everybody to the Speaking Truthfully podcast, where that's exactly what we do. We tell the truth, we speak our truth. And I know it's been a while since I have posted anything. So, first off, I want to say I apologize about that. Life be crazy sometimes. And second thing I want to say is that this video is going to be completely unedited. Um, I want to come off the realest I know how to do. Um, and that's going to be no cuts, no edits, no nothing. And honestly, we're going to be talking about a subject that is really hard for myself to talk about. Okay. Um, I don't even know where to start, so I'm just going to dive right in. Um, when I was younger, so a lot of people know I've been on my own since I was about 12 years old. And to the public or to people that I don't know too well, when they ask me like, what the hell, why have you been on your own since you were 12, I normally tell them like, my both of my parents were on drugs, which isn't a lie. Like, they were completely all fucked up. um my dad was one of the biggest drug dealers in Hayward, um, and in Oakland. Honestly, he was running shit for a cool minute. My mom, super drug addict, alcoholic and shit. Um, so none of that is a lie, but I want to say another one of the big parts about it is because when I was 12 years old, I had finally came out and told my parents something. Only because I didn't know who else to tell. Um, it started when I was about 7. Um, I had an older cousin who I'm not going to put his name in this because, I mean, I don't know what to do with the information. But it started when I was about 7. He had been grooming me for a while, and he would molest me, and it really fucked me up. I'm not obviously going to get into the details for, obvious reasons, but it really fucked me up. And I had no idea really what was going on. I was only 7 years old. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't know how to take it or what. And as I got older and started learning and everything, um, it's when I knew, like, holy shit, like, what the fuck? So, me not knowing what to do at like 12 years old, I had confided in my mother, and she told my father, and they basically blame me, you know. Um, and it started a whole like chain reaction throughout my entire family. At that point, I had cousins, uncles, aunties, um, who were also like my best friends at the time, dude. We would go to A's games. We would do hella shit, bro. We would play fucking football in the fucking parking lots and shit. Like, we would play baseball all the time. Like we would do hella shit together, bro. Like, they were like my best friends. They weren't just family to me. Um, but yeah, it started a whole chain reaction that really um basically everybody blamed me. Like, I wasn't supposed to say anything and stuff like that. And like, it really fucked me up. And from that point on, I was basically on my own. I was sleeping at friends' house, or um, sometimes didn't even have a place to sleep at. I started selling drugs just to get enough money for food and essentials. I basically did a lot of bad shit just to survive. And it sucked, you know? And I always wondered why. And I think that was the main thing that really fucked with me. I always wondered why. Like, Why am I the bad guy? Why, do I have to do this? But at the same time, I kind of had to put all those emotions aside because I had to eat. You feel me? And being in that type of life, I couldn't be emotional, or I couldn't be, let's just say it, I couldn't be a bitch. I had to do what I had to do. And still this day it fucks with me, because as a lot of people know that are close to me, I'm not a bad person. If anything, I have a really big heart, and it hurts me and keeps me up at night, all the bad shit that I've done. Um, and I try to tell myself, like, hey, like, you had to do what you had to do to survive. I try to tell myself that all the time, but it really doesn't make a difference because I still did what I did. Um, it's definitely hard, especially now that I have children, um, to instill in them that it doesn't matter what you're going through or how hard you have to fight. Like, don't ever lose sight of who you really are inside. You know, um, my kids are like the best people ever. Like, man, I get complimented almost daily on how respectful my oldest son is, and you don't see that from a lot of 11-year-olds nowadays. Not just that, but he's super like grown for his age. Like, anybody that meets him, they get surprised when they when they find out he's only 11 years old. Um, but I say all that, just because it's really been fucking with me a lot lately, only because I recently found out that the person that had molested me, you know, who was a family member, you know, um, is just going on life without a care type shit. I just recently came across some of his shit, and it just really fucked with me. I think the biggest thing that fucks with me is that he's deeply involved with the church, to where he deals with children and shit every day. Um, I think that's the main fucking thing that really bothers me, and I don't know what to do with that information. Um, I don't even know if I should do anything with that information, especially because how shit worked out for me the first time. Um, but yeah, he's got a wife now, and he's just living life and everything, and it just really fucked with me. And this is all some shit that I really thought that I had dealt with already. You know, uh, I have been to therapy. I have really close friends now that are like family to me that I talk to on the daily. Like, that's the reason why I started this channel. I felt like a lot of people don't have what I have at their point in their life right now. So I wanted to start this channel just to reach out to people, make sure that they were okay. There's so much shit going on in the world today that most people are not okay, and that's okay. All right, like, just because you're not okay doesn't mean it's not gonna be okay. Um, so, we're all dealing with some shit. We're all going through some shit. Um, and it's funny too, because I was just telling this story. One of the people that is closest to me that I was just talking about, uh, he was one of the first people, or he might have been the first person I've ever told about what had happened to me when I was younger. And I remembered that me and him, we were going to the store, I think, to get some swishers or something for some weed, or something, or maybe a pack of cigarettes, I don't know. And we had went to the store, and we had ran into that family member, and I think I was like 15, 16 years old. I don't even remember. And if anybody knows me, they know, like, me being that person that I used to be, like I ain't never froze up. Like I was always about that action, which ain't ain't necessarily a good thing, but um not too many people have ever seen me froze up, and I did. And the person that I was with, who is my brother, like for real, like blood, like if we were blood, like it wouldn't make us any closer. Like that is my brother. Like I love him to the death. Like I will do anything for this dude. He's family off top. Um when I had saw this dude, I literally froze in my tracks. And I have a feeling like he had already knew who it was, just because of the way that I froze and the way that he looked at me. And I I think I said something like, "That's him," but I don't think I even needed to say that. And he was carrying a knife at the time, and he knew where dude lived. Like dude lived like right around the corner, and because we had talked about it, you know. And I didn't know what to do with the information, so I told him one of these days, maybe we can handle it or whatever. It was just something that was fucking with me mentally, and I didn't know what to do with the information. But anyways, he had a knife on him, and he stood. He walked out of the liquor store. You feel me? While I paid for everything. You feel me? And it could have been his money too. I don't even remember. We were both fucking balling at that point. He knew where he lived, so he walked to a certain side of the liquor store thinking that he was gonna walk that direction to go home. And I don't even want to, insinuate or assume what would have happened, but I guess it wasn't meant to be, because for some miraculous reason, dude walked the opposite way. And I don't know. That probably is a good thing, because looking back at it now, I mean, what were we both upset? Yeah. Were we both like, damn, like we were about to give him what, he deserved? Yeah, but looking back on it now as a grown ass adult, how that would have fucked up both of our lives, but the reason why I told that story is because even before that, he was my family, but that moment right there literally solidified the bond that me and him had, and I will forever be indebted to him. Because of all the mental shit that I was going through, with not just because of that, but all kinds of shit. Like I said, I've been on my own since I was 12. I met him when I was like 15 years old, and I was going through so much mental shit at the time. He didn't even know. Nobody really knew, but he had got me through so much shit in my life that I will forever be indebted to him. And obviously, I'm not going to say his names for obvious reasons, only because, like, what I just insinuated, I don't want I don't want to get him caught up on no weird shit, you know what I mean? But, yeah, man, he knows who he is, so, um, I'm forever indebted and grateful to him. But, so I say all that to say, like, everything that I just talked about, everything that I've been through, physically, mentally, emotionally. Look where I'm at now, though. I have two beautiful children who are the most amazing kids in the world. I have my own house. I just bought a brand new car. Um, I have an amazing job where I get paid a shitload of money. Um, I'm doing hella good. And I'm not saying that to brag or to rub it in for anybody who's not. I'm just saying, like, no matter how dark it gets, no matter how deep it gets, no matter all the fucked up bullshit that's going on, you could do that too. I don't know what it is. I always relate shit back to music, but there's a line in a really good song, and it says, no matter what you feel when you looking at your mama, the drama, you could be Obama. I know that sounds hella stupid, but for real, it don't matter what you're going through. It don't matter what you've been through. It really don't. You got this. All right, and that's really what this whole message is about. You got this shit. It's been a long time coming. You feel me? And I know that war inside your head or in real life isn't done. It's not over with. It may well never be over with. But that don't mean you give up. That don't mean you don't got it. That's life. People go through shit. Shit's hard. But we don't ever give up. That ain't us. And again, I want to encourage anybody who listens to this or that needs help or even knows somebody that needs help, reach out, you know. Obviously I post this on all my social media platforms, and this whole channel was never meant to be like, hey, I'm trying to get clicks or I'm trying to get views. It has nothing to do with that. Since I said from the beginning, if I could help one person, that's it. Just get through their day or make one person laugh. That's it. And a couple of my first videos, there was a couple of people that hit me up and was just like, yo. And it was people that I don't normally talk to like that. So I want to say thank you to them as well, because that basically made me like fulfill my mission type shit, It really made me feel like, hey, I did what I needed to do. But the journey's not over yet. I want to help as many people as I can. So I encourage you guys, reach out, whether it be me, my beautiful co-host Jelly, anybody, if you need some numbers to, whether it be a therapist or a self-help line or anything, or you could call me personally, reach out to me. I will give you my personal number, and people that know me know that I'm serious about that. I don't fuck around when it comes to that. I have people calling me all the time, like for advice or just to talk to, and it does not bother me at all. I love that shit. I love helping people. So if you're in need of anything at all you got to do is just reach out, let us know. We'll be there for you. All right. I hope everybody's having a good day. It's Memorial Day weekend, so I hope we out there barbecuing or whatever. All right. I love y'all. Stay safe.